It's that time of the week where we read your crap back to you. And you love it. And that's why you come here.
You send us the crap, we send it back.
We send it back. It's just a constant crap fest.
Tennis match of crap. Oh, very, very good.
Hi, it's Liz Best here with Tom Harris. It's Ghosts of Boyfriendspast.
Apologising off the top for all the lewd language off the top. Oh my God.
I could have said shit.
What do you prefer, crap or shit? Shit? Shit. Crap.
I feel like actually crap makes it sound like it's actual crap rather whereas shit is just like, it's your shit, it's my shit.
Shit.
Anyway,
crap.
Anyway, I have a story that has been written in with an intro that I very much enjoy. Hello, hosties and ghosties.
Oh, my God.
That's cute, right?
A+. A+ for hosties and
Hello,
ghosties.
hosties and ghosties. I listened to your Marnie and the High Watermark episode this week, remembering the original fondly, and I finally realised that I actually do have a ghost story to tell.
Oh, my God.
Fabulous. I once put up a sign in my old building to lease my car park. I'd done this before, and days later I found my sign removed and others in its place. Rude.
My God.
Rude. So this fateful eve, I had printed a cartoon car and made tear-off tabs, the lot. A few hours later, a fellow texts me. Let's call him Car Park Mark.
Okay.
And we set a price.
They're crushing
Car Park Mark.
the rhymes.
I know.
The rhymes today.
Well done.
God.
I sent through my bank details for scheduled transfers with my highly identifiable first and last name, not because I was famous, just because it's a unique name.
Okay.
His next reply read, "Are you a single 20-something? We should get a drink." Single 20-something and a little starry-eyed eye said I could meet for a neighbourly hello at drink at the burger bar across the road. At my highly niche workplace, in brackets it says alien ant farming, okay, I told a co-worker, Nancy, who was very interested to hear more about my serendipitous meet cute. The weekend rolled around. I arrived early. I ordered myself a cider to avoid any weirdness about paying and reciprocity. I enjoy that.
Yep, very good.
Enjoy it. I'm pretty confident with new people, but suddenly something about living in the same building and him having my full name and clearly looking me up now made me quite uncomfortable. However, I am a recovering people pleaser, so to text and bail back then felt so much worse.
Yeah, you can't do that. You got people to please.
Exactly.
God.
Car Park Mark told me about his DJing, his unsatisfying job, and how he'd been in an accident that morning outside our building at the very busy motorway on-ramp, and he was at fault, so car park payments were going to be difficult. Oh, so you're saying the car park, not the car.
Yes.
That's just occurred to me.
Car Park Mark.
Yep.
Not Car Mark, Car Park Mark.
Right, got it. I'm dim today.
Yeah.
I talked a little about me, my job, and probably hobbies to be polite. When I declined another drink, he tried to insist on walking me home. I declined and I killed time in the corner store, so nervous to run into him again. I did not enjoy our time. I did not want a goodnight kiss, and I certainly didn't want him knowing my flaw, or worse, pushing through my door. He came up on my Tinder, posing at our building's pool, so I avoided it. One night I saw him during a false fire alarm in my PJs. I hoped really hard that he wouldn't remember me. Eventually, he moved out.
Okay, good.
One whole year later, my colleague Nancy was out chatting at a long table with some people she had met, telling them about our highly niche alien ant farming life. From another from another group at the end of the table, who else but Car Park Mark chimes in and says, "I know about alien ant farming. I know a girl named..." I'm going to leave that out just in case.
Just in case it's not.
I'm pretty sure that's not her name.
Put in a new one.
Tallulah Bell, who does alien ant farming, completely butchering my name in the process. Nancy, remembering my weird story of how we met Car Park Mark, says, "You know Tallulah Bell?" Nancy told me about it at her encounter at work. She was definitely sympathetic and said she wouldn't want him walking her home either. My lesson, it's okay to say no. It's okay to cancel, trust your gut, and put yourself first. And if you have a highly identifiable name, don't pick a highly niche career. Thank you for the podcast. I love your presence, the stories, and the reactions. And in asterisk, she's put, dump them. P.S.
Dump them!
There we go. P.S. Does anyone else sing along to the theme song every time?
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
the trouble I've seen.
Do you know, I don't sing along to it, but that first little piano ding.
My sorrow.
The first little piano ding, ding.
Yes.
Tom and I almost always play like in the air on the way.
This is a stories-driven episode. We don't have to give
No.
feedback. I want to know what they're going on about with alien ant
I think
farming.
she's just picked
Is this
something
just
that's
a
I think
little
she's
jokey-
I think she's picked a niche made up career to replace what niche, which makes me think that the name that she's put, in fact, I'm looking now at the name sent. The name that she put in wasn't her name, but I just wanted to make sure.
And are we all in agreement that when he messaged, if you're a single 20-year-old,
20-something.
that he already knew that by looking her up on social
like
media?
he
Like
might.
he knew
Like,
that she was a
Can
single
you imagine?
20-year-old?
Like, what if it had been a dude? How did he know that it was a girl?
But didn't
And-
he get a name because she said?
Oh yeah, she'd had her
So
name
then-
on the thing.
So then he Googles,
Probably.
Googles her or looks her up on social medias, sees that she's
Possibly
a single
if she has a
20-year-old,
very unique name, and then messages. Yeah.
because you're not just Googling Bob Smith or who.
No, you're
whomever.
Googling Tallulah Bell
Tallulah Bell. give it a go.
milkshake. It's the only name.
How many L's in that? Tallulah Bell milkshake.
Tallulah Bell milkshake.
Oh my!
But yes, if you have any stories that you want to send through to us from any episode, please do. ghostsofboyfriendspast@gmail.com. Tom.
Yes, you know the drill. Forgive if I've read this story out before.
We've been going for 4 years, longer than 4 years. If we occasionally repeat a story, like there's a podcast that I listen to and I'm like, you've read this one already. And now I get it. I really get it.
I will concede there is a small % chance that I read this one out on our last meeting.
The worst part of this is that my brain is so bad right now that I probably won't even remember if you did. Zane will be like, you've done this one, guys.
But I'm going to
Let's
power
try.
on in ignorance. My first long-term girlfriend and I were going to go to the same college. I got accepted, but had to start the semester after she did, meaning we would be slightly long distance for a few months. Is this ringing any bells?
Not yet.
We're on. Great. It wasn't too bad because we were only about 2 hours apart, so it was pretty easy to visit, but our relationship did struggle a bit. I remember one night I got a phone call from her, and when I picked up, it was obvious it was a butt dial.
Oh.
I could hear her talking to some guy, but I couldn't make out what they were saying. I called her, and she picked up, and I asked what was up. She said she was in bed, about to go to sleep. I told her about the butt dial, and she said it was her friend Jack.
Why is she with Jack when she's about to go to sleep?
Jack, who I had met, asking to borrow something. I thought it was odd, but brushed it off.
Was it her vagina?
Love, mind if I borrow your vagina? You reckon?
Maybe. Sorry.
What's the returns policy on this? A couple of weeks later, did you bring your card? A couple of weeks later, for 10th visits for free.
Sorry.
No, you will be. You will be, Elizabeth. She's crying, everybody. We've made Liz cry in this podcast
Keep
again.
going.
A couple of weeks later, I was up there visiting her and I met a bunch of cool people, including this guy, Luke. After I got back from visiting, I get a Facebook message from him saying, from Luke, not Jack, Luke, Look, man, I hate to be the one to say this, but I think you're an awesome guy and you don't deserve this to be happening to you. She's been cheating on you with this guy pretty soon after she started here. I was devastated.
She was letting out her vagina.
You gave it away, Liz. This poor guy.
I
We
knew
were
it.
ruining his story. I was devastated, but I had to hear it from her, so I called her and said, "Are you cheating on me?" She gave a heavy sigh and said, "Well, at least I don't have to lie anymore."
Oh, no, I don't like that. No, don't make it. Oh, well, I'm so relieved.
Yeah. Oh,
Fuck you.
Oh, I'm finally unburdened. That guy's voice I had heard wasn't Jack. It was the guy she was cheating on me with. I just trusted her so much that I took her word for it.
If you're just about to go to bed, why is someone asking you to borrow something? It just makes no sense. Detective Liz would have figured that out in 2 seconds.
Even though it was painful, I was grateful for Luke sending me that message.
Yeah, solidarity, my dude.
What's funny is that most of the people I met up there that were her friends sided with me after the breakup.
I love it when that happens.
So when I started going there that next semester, I had a group of friends to support me, and most of them are still very close friends of mine to this day.
Amazing. Yeah, great. Yeah, I definitely don't think you've read that out before.
Oh, my God, we've done it.
No, I get to the end and I'm like, oh, by the way, you've read that out before. I was just faking laughing it out. I faked it, Tom.
You said you'd never fake it. Real laughter. I thought it was...
Did I tell you let's do one more story on this mini episode, except it's mine.
Okay.
So I was talking to my mum in a car about a guy that I was dating, and I was telling her, I was like, look, I'm just not sure about it. Like, I really like him and he's really cute and he's really nice, but I'm just really, really, really not sure. And so we had a little bit of back and forth about that. And then when we pulled into the driveway, I realised that because this man's name started with A, that I had butt dialed him and he had heard the entire conversation of me telling my mum how unsure I was about us. Yep.
Oh, Liz, that's horrible.
And then I apologized. I said, look, it's just like, I'm being honest. I'm not sure, but I really like you. And he's like, I feel like your feelings were pretty honest talking to your mum. So I think we're done here.
Oh, Liz. Further discussions off mic from me, but are we pro reaching out like Luke did in this story, in the story I read out?
Oh, wait. I'm pro going to her and saying, you need to tell him, and if you don't, I will. Because I think just jumping straight into inserting yourself into that situation can sometimes be a little bit dangerous or a little bit inappropriate. Maybe this is the part of me that doesn't like confrontation. Like, some of me, there's like 60% of me really likes confrontation and 40% of me hates it. When I know I'm in the right, I fucking love it because I will drive that point home. But if I feel like there's a chance that as a messenger I'm going to get shot, I have a really hard time doing it.
But if a woman
let's put you in the situation, right? Okay, so you are friends with a girl.
Yes.
You find out that she's cheating. You have been friends with her for this whole semester, and then this guy that you just met rocks up. Do you tell on your friend, or do you go to her and give her the opportunity first? Like when you think about where the loyalties probably are, like if he doesn't know either of them very well, then fine, insert yourself, whatever. But where do you sit there?
I honestly don't think I have an answer for you, because I like the sort of quote unquote bro code thing where one guy said to another guy, hey, she's cheating on you, and there you go. You're a good guy. You deserve to know.
Yeah.
Like on a lot of levels, I'm like, yeah, that's good. That's decent. That's fine.
6 times out of 10, I would agree and do that. And then there's the 4 where, depending on where your loyalties lie, I would give them the opportunity to be honest first.
We've discussed on the past, and maybe will need to be a future discussion. When do you insert yourself in someone else's shenanigans? If it's a neighbor, do you say, hey, they're cheating on you? Is it but
when
if it's your
have
best
you,
friend,
listeners, dear readers, when have you inserted yourself into somebody's situation? When have you seen that something is happening and decided that you need to be part of this story to make sure that everyone has all the information? Write into us.
Is it better to do it when it's someone closer to you, or is it easier to do it when it's someone sort of orbiting your life?
I've seen TikToks. I saw this TikTok where someone was like, hey, if your husband's name is this and you know a woman called this, they were laughing about cheating on you and he brought his kids and introduced them to her, your children to her tonight. I will find that entire TikTok and tell the full story because it is good. It is terrible. It is terrible.
That's great.
But it is real juicy. So I'm an asshole. I'm sorry.
It's a tricky one. Let us know your thoughts. ghostsofboyfriendspast@gmail.com. Send in your stories, send in your questions. We love every bit of input we get from you. Also, you would have heard our main episode last week where we kind of interviewed our guest, and Liz
Crafted his
sort
tale.
of helped him craft his tale because he was.
Because writing's a lot of work. If you guys have got, I've got such a good story, but I also don't want people to know it's me, and I don't really want to sit down and write it because I'm a shit writer or whatever you think. Like, you might not be a shit writer, but you might think you are. I will listen to everything you have to say, write your words on paper, let you decide whether I've done you justice or not, and then read it out.
Yeah, great.
In the meantime, this has been a stories episode. Write us in all of your stories. We've asked for just about everything at this point.
Yes.
So if you've got a story about literally anything that has to do with relationships in some adjacent way, please write in. And in the meantime, I don't know, what do we finish with?
This.
This.